We have a new update in original server and it's patch 1.4.86. Here is a quick recap of what happened. Kimmy's first kill range is decreased by 10%. They also fixed the bug where she gets stuck while using his first kill. They reduced the passive damage of Demon Hunter's sword on Dexter from 50 down to 35%. The slow effect duration on Cleaner's ultimate is now shorter, from 0.5 down to 0.2 seconds. Lesser damage for Carry. Her attack growth is reduced from 14 down to 12.5. Bruno's attack speed is nerfed. They reduce the attack speed he gains from items and emblems. Link's second skill damage is now higher in the early levels, and his ultimate now has a shorter cooldown. They increased the damage of Louie's Yin reaction. They also increased the range of her first skill by 20%. They increased the damage of Farsa's second skill when it reaches higher levels. Xborg's second skill now has a longer cooldown. They added 1.5 seconds at max level. Lesser damage on Hanzo's first skill in ghost form. The extra movement speed when using his ultimate is now reduced by 15%. They reduce the base damage of Graf's first skill at higher levels, but in exchange, they increase its physical attack bonus. They also lessen the mana requirement of his first skill. Higher damage and longer stun duration for Bakcha's first skill. Popol and Koopa's base HP and HP growth is increased. Gatot Kacha has a new passive skill where he deals magic damage on his next basic attack when his rage bar fills up. They remove the HP restoration from his passive skill. His second skill now has a fixed stun duration regardless of how long you charge the skill. More damage and new animation for his first skill. Balmon's second skill has a new effect where it increases its damage by 25% for each hit. His ultimate damage is adjusted, allowing him to do more damage if he equips attack items. His passive skill will now regenerate more HP when killing minions, creeps, and heroes. They remove the healing effect on Hilda's passive when her HP is low, but they increase the shield she gets when entering a bush, from 10 to now 20% max HP. Her second skill now has a higher damage and longer range. Physical attack items will now have a higher effect on the damage of her ultimate. Johnson's first skill damage is adjusted. Lower basic damage but higher physical defense bonus. His second skill is now based on magic power instead of physical defense. As for his ultimate, they've increased its magic power bonus but lowered its basic damage. This means using magic items will have a higher effect on its damage compared before. Ruby's initial lifesteal is increased from 5% to now 10%. They've also increased her physical attack scaling on her first and ultimate skill. This gives Ruby higher damage compared before. Masha can now use her fourth skill after 3 seconds instead of 5. They've increased her energy regeneration. Her HP growth was nerfed from 201 down to 156. The initial defense of Thanos is reduced by 5 points. His ultimate heal is now weaker in the early levels but remains the same when the skill reaches level 3. Yuzong the Black Fierce Dragon will be available on June 19. Revamp Hero is finally available. Next is the jungle update. They've decreased the gold you get on almost all of the jungle monsters. The only exception is the little crab. The duration of the gold buff you get from the big crab is now shorter, from 30 down to 18 seconds. They also reduce the gold on jungle monsters when there is a teammate nearby. They also decrease the chase distance of the 2 buff jungle monsters. You can no longer hide the blue buff monster in the bush. The gold from melee minions is increased by 30%. They also increase the gold from siege minions for the first 2 waves. Shorter resurrection time in the early levels. They've lowered the crafting price on the following items: Molten Essence, Oracle, Brute Force Breastplate, Twilight Armor, and Guardian Helmet. Athena's shield now costs 100 more gold. Next is the roaming item update. The movement speed from Wooden Mask is reduced from 15 down to 10. The bonus you get when you're last in the team is now lower.
The right hand of the light.
You can now see the skill range when using the active skill of Courage and Shadow Masks. Next is the emblem update. They've removed the tank talent Attack and Defend and replaced it with Concussive Blast. It deals magic damage to nearby units 1 second after a basic attack. It has a 15-second cooldown. They reduced the gold from Bounty Hunter from 40 down to 30%. Next is the spell update. The heal from Vengeance is replaced with damage reduction for 3 seconds. Petrify duration is increased from 0.7 to now 0.8 seconds. Flame Shot slow effect is now lower from 60 down to 40%. They added 15 seconds more to the cooldown of Purify. A new event called Dragons Reborn where you can get Yuzong's statue and avatar border. You can't get Yuzong in this event. Another event called the Aurora Summon event where you use Crystals of Aurora to draw skins. Remember to take advantage of the daily 50% discount on your first draw. Survival mode will be disabled until further notice. They'll be adding more content to this game mode. Last one is the new feature in rank mode where you get to show your top 3 heroes right at the start of the draft. So still no news for the other revamped heroes like Leela, Zilong, and Eudora. This update gave us fewer gold on jungle monsters and higher on minions. Cheaper tank items but less gold from roaming. And hard CC heroes like Chu and Guinevere will celebrate from the longer cooldown of Purify. What kind of new team composition and rotation do you think will happen? Which part of the update did you like the most? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.